Oh. Ba, 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 ba. Esta remote controller. It should be in here, right here. Where did the remote control go? Interesting. Me fancy located. Well, we'll work without it for now. I have no idea more. Well, good people, welcome, welcome, welcome. I was trying to find my remote to turn on some music, but I can't locate it. Not sure exactly why. The remote, found it. But I'm trying out a new app, and I'm currently using the new plan. And I decided, I said, hey, why don't I just go live and show people what I like or don't like about this particular app? So I'm getting into doing a whole lot of AI artwork. And Leonardo is one that keeps coming up. So based on what I know so far about AI art, I decided to just go in and kind of share with my knowledge that I have. I've never used this app before, to see if it's actually a friendly app or not. But I want to turn on some music first so I can kind of vibe out a little bit. Not sure if you guys, sorry, you guys can hear the music or not. So, and I like frequency music. Call me weird. So starting out here, as you guys can see, I think this is my number of tokens. So I'm on the free app, and then I actually, let me, if you guys want to follow along and maybe create your own app so you can start doing your own AI art, I'm going to give you the link right here. Because generally when I go to try something, I always make myself an affiliate just in case I like it and when I'm sharing it. Now, number of pages, this says 4. So I'm sorry, number of images. So this gave me 4 images, but I could change that if I wanted to have more. So it looks like I would need to upgrade to be able to do 8 images. I can do a photo to make it real. I'm not sure what alchemy is. It's a powerful new image generation pipeline. Click the question mark for more info. Prompt Magic, our custom render pop line that has far greater prompt adherence, higher image fidelity, and can improve the output with any chosen model. It increases token costs due to higher GPU overheads. And again, these are the tokens it gave me for free. If I want to do a real photo, it's our latest innovation, a powerful pipeline designed to generate hyper-realistic photos and lifelike portraits requires alchemy to work. So it looks like you have to use these two together. And then you have public images, send your generations to the community feed, and then image dimensions if you want to change your dimensions. And I actually like the fact that that's there because studying I was doing earlier today on AI art, because this is kind of where we're at. And in case you guys didn't know, this is Professor TOT, your podcast technology professor. And I'm just not using the voice right now because it's cold in Houston and we just ain't got time for that. We're trying to stay warm over here, okay? Okay. So I was doing some research today, and what I found out, if you want to take your AI art and you want to print it, you have to have certain aspect ratios in order to print. And I'm looking at this here because this is giving me my image dimensions, which is good. But these are advanced controls down here, which this, from me looking at it width by height, I believe these are aspect ratios because this PX would stand for pixels and your aspect, ASPECT, ratio is going to be in pixels. So depending on what size art you want to create determines the aspect ratio that you need. There's also a guidance scale on here. And this is how strongly your prompt is weighted. So right now it's at 7. Image inputs have moved to the image guidance tab. I don't want it to show me. And then there's some advanced settings down here. Recommended sizes, use fixed seed, the deterministic number of the random number generator. And then you have a scheduler, defines how noise affects the generation. So this is pretty much our control panel, I believe, over here. And like I said, resets in 31 minutes. It may take up to an hour to update your tokens. So it looks like you only have a certain amount of time to use your tokens. And over here is your AI image generation. And this is where I had to put my prompt in at. And this is telling me that this prompt used a total of 8 tokens, which tells me I started with 150 tokens because I'm now at 142. So when you do the free test or trial of Leonardo.ai for your images, you'll get 150 tokens. And this particular image used 8. So you have a fine-tuned model. So you have Leonardo Diffusion XL. I'm not exactly sure what that is. And I don't know if this was automatically selected. Then you have Leonardo Style. You can add elements. This is new. So powerfully trained adaptive models. So if you want to do something a little bit different. It says their primary proprietary custom implementation of LoRa low-rank adaptation models are now available to use on the platform. Dive into a continually expanding collection of elements that redefine image generation. It's telling us where to go, and then this will give us some of the options we can use. You can select up to 4 elements to combine or use one on its own. Find and experiment with different styles. Find your favorites and go wow. And then once your selection is complete, you can adjust the weights for each element to fine tune your results. Adjust the weights to get the perfect balance for your generation. So I think that's pretty neat. So this is showing some elements. So if you're looking to doing coloring books or coloring pages, you have that option already in here, which that by itself makes me say, damn, I'm about to get this. You have folk art illustration. You have kids illustration, you have toon and anime, and then you have this vintage Christmas illustration. Okay, so I don't want to do any of these. So I'm X out of that, but we know what that is. And then add negative prompt. And what a negative prompt is basically telling AI, do not include this. So if you have a word that can have different meanings, and I'm trying to think of a word off the top of my head to share with you all that has the same meaning. I don't know. Something will come to me. But you're pretty much telling AI, I don't want this. So any other day, I probably could have one for you. But again, a lot of these lives like this, where I'm kind of just jumping right in to show you if it's because the purpose of this channel is to show you as you're getting into podcasting and helping you stifle through what works and what doesn't work, is actually showing you me using the tool without having any knowledge of the tool. I haven't went in and tried to figure it out or anything like that. And then I'm sharing the knowledge that I do have as I try to figure out the tool. So hopefully that overall will help you. So right here you have generation history. So this will be anything I generate. And so far, this is the only thing we've generated so far. You have image guidance. So we're going to click on that next. And then you have prompt generation. So this was my prompt. Create the words, eat the cake, drink the wine, and fuck them people podcast in a calligraphy font surrounded by 2 champagne glasses, wine grapes, and a cupcake. And this is what it came up with. So I don't necessarily like that, but I can say right now, this compared to other apps, I like the fact that the wording is more readable and it's very, very close. And a lot of the other ones, it's like, what does this even say? It's nowhere close. So I'm looking at these and I'm like, okay, not exactly what I wanted, but it's a start. So let's look at image guidance and see what that is. Okay, so this right here, you can unlock with premium, so we can't use that. So you can add an image to get started. And I'm wondering if this will give you an image to start with, and then you can add upon that image. And then for prompt generation, it says this tool will allow you to come up with more complex prompt ideas from a simple prompt, such as if you type in a car and click ideate, it will come up with a number of more complex concepts, which include a car. So you can do 2, 4, 6, 8, or whatever. So what we're going to do is go back over here. Image guidance is off because I have to upgrade to use it. Photo reel. Okay, so welcome to Leonardo Alchemy, our signature image pipeline, which brings premium high fidelity image generation and coherence to all existing platform models. Photo Real Mode is a powerful pipeline designed to generate hyper-realistic photos and lifelike portraits. Prompt Magic 3, giving your prompts more power and greater accuracy. Alchemy V2, our evolving pipeline, brings new bespoke high-fidelity Excel models. Take creative control, utilize range of premium tools, including multi-layered image guidance. Alchemy Refiner, upscale your image meticulously, enhancing every pixel and defining faces and hands. Now, I think this is good because when you're doing AI art, it's usually always the hand and the face that gives it away when you're trying to make it look hyper realistic, so to speak. And then exclusive access, unlock premium channels in Discord to fast track your creative skills. So let me click on Let's Go. So now that's on there. Depth of field and raw mode. Raw mode is off, but you can apparently turn it on. What is raw mode? Not sure. It says enable this mode if you are looking for more control and flexibility with complex prompts. Leaving it off works better with shorter prompts. And then depth field, this controls the depth of field of the image. At lower values, wow, a new version is, let's update that later. It says the image will have shallower focal range and more of the image may appear soft or blurry. At higher values, the image will have a wider focal range and more of it will be in focus. So right now, this is on low. And I think this said to put it on high. Yeah, so let's change this up because I want to see, can it do the most? And we have our alchemy on. And look, now we can say give us 8 images. So now we're going to play. I have this cheat tool that I'm creating, and it's currently in spreadsheet form. So I want to create, let me see. A nature-inspired artwork. So create nature-inspired artwork. And then I want it to be in I want it to be in Stalgan. In Stalgan. And Stalgan is an evolution of GAN's excels in generating high quality and diverse images. It produces incredibly realistic faces and scenes, making it a top choice for generating human-like AI art. So that's why I put that in there. So I want to have a nature-inspired artwork in Stalgan Gen of, and I'm going to actually delete this. A woman in the forest looking at a large tree with fruit on it. And that's all I want to start, right? It's going to take me 32. It's going to take me 32 tokens. And then this automatically said it's going to make it cinematic. Now, I didn't ask it to do that. It just did that. And it's going to do Leonardo Photo Real. And that probably came in because of what I entered up here. Because I asked for it to be nature inspired and style again, but I didn't really look to see when it switched. And then this is elements. If I wanted to be Baroque, Biopunk, Celtic Punk, Crystalline, Inferno, Glass and Steel, Gingerbread, Ebony and Gold, Ivory and Gold, Lunar Punk, Pirate Punk, Tiki, or Toxic Punk. We're not going to select any of these right now because I just want to know, just based on what I just put in, which is really simple, what can you generate? So now I'm going to go ahead and click generate. It's going to take my 32 tokens. So we're going to see what it's going to come up with. And remember, it's supposed to give me a total of 8 images. And let me go over here to generation history, because that's where it's going to come out at. I don't know about you guys, but it's cold in Houston. It snowed in certain parts of Houston yesterday. So, yeah. So see, it's telling me right here, you are currently on a free plan, upgrade for priority generations, additional token credits, and much more. So for me, this looks super realistic. And then it still has these down here, but this looks super realistic. So now I want to go in and enhance this a little bit more. So I'm going over to my cheat sheet and I'm going to say, excuse me. I'm going to say a woman with, I don't want to do sepia. Let me see. I'm going to do sienna. Sienna skin tone. Sienna skin with makeup professionally done. With a cat's eye and fire engine red lipstick. And she's in the forest looking at a large tree with fruit on it. Now I want to change this tree to an looking at an African shea butter tree, which is it's pronounced Vitroprisum parkii, if I'm not mistaken. I used to have to say that name over and over and over and over again when I used to be a platform artist, but I can't spell it, so I'm not even about to try it. I'm not even going to look it up because I want to see how smart is this tool that I'm testing out. So I have 110 tokens left, and it's telling me it's going to take 32. So now I want it to generate. I don't want to add any elements. It's going to stay in cinematic mode because that's where it's at. So, and actually, let's switch it to creative mode and let's see what happens. And let's generate. Now, I don't necessarily like the tree on these. We're going to critique these. I don't like the fact how I like the apples right here. I didn't like, but I like those. Not a fan of this. This would be okay. This would be okay. This would be okay. So wow, look at this. So it's showing the tree. She is definitely of the right complexion. And look how this did like another person behind her. Okay, so now I want to change from doing this realistic look. Well, I want to change it a little bit. Let's change it to an urban sketching. And we are going to change this to be I'm going to do this one in Dream Deep. I'm going to leave it in creative. Again, it's going to take me 32. And then I'm going to say holding a champagne glass. Okay, she is wearing, well, this lady already has jewelry on. She has on a red dress. I'm not going to change. Let's leave it right there. Notice she has the fire engine red lips, which I mentioned. This is not necessarily fire engine red, but I think a lot of the other ones are spot on. So she's holding a champagne glass. It's going to cost me 32 tokens. I only have 75 until I upgrade. So let's do generate. And let's see what happens. I'm not mad at this. I actually think this is a product or I'm starting to feel like I'm just so techie. I have all of these different things that I use. I have the podcast down to using 4 tools. So we have 4 tools that we use now on the podcast. We have one that we're recording with. We have one that we are getting, well, if you add Chat GPT in as needed, Chat makes 5. So we're down to 5 tools in the podcast, and that includes the distribution as well. So I think that's pretty good. Okay, she's holding the glass. Look, they even have the fire engine is what it looks like here. I like this one the most. Out of these, I like these the most. So now what I want to do, because I want it to be This is the last one I'm going to try. I want to try a cartoon illustration of a woman, and I'm going to change her skin tone. So I'm going over here to my cheat sheet. Let's change her skin tone to chestnuts. Knowing the different skin tones you want to put in is what makes the difference when you are trying to determine the color that you want whatever you're creating to have. I'm going to have the makeup still professionally done, and I'm going to make this fuchsia lipstick. That's spell fuchsia right? Okay, fuchsia lipstick. I'm going to switch it up just a little bit. She has long, straight, tri-colored blonde hair with light layering. She is holding, what do I want her to be holding? Let's see. Okay, so it's telling me I'm at 32 and I have 46, and I wanted to say from a high view. Jagger one showing from a high angled view. Okay, so let's see if this makes sense. Cartoon illustration of a woman showing from a high angled view. Okay, let's take out showing. I don't want to confuse. Cartoon illustration of a woman from a high angled view with chestnut skin, makeup professionally done, with a cat eye and fuchsia lipstick. Okay, it's already she has long, straight, tricolor blonde hair with light layering. She's holding a rose wrapped in a gold dagger. Now, this one has a cat. This one has the roses. There's no dagger. But I'm liking these. I'm mad at it. I don't know where the hell the cat came from, though. So, I only have 14. And what I'm trying to, we're going to try one more. And I'm going to have to delete a lot of this stuff. So I'm hoping it's going to work. So comic book style of, and let's just delete one, do something totally different. I don't think I'm gonna have enough. I don't think let's see what the upgrade is. Cause see, I'm just addicted to doing this art now because I get to use my imagination. So you get 150 fast tokens. It resets once per day. No relax rate image. But if you go over here for $10 a month and they bill it annually, you can get 8,500 monthly tokens. So if we divide that 8,500, let's see, it's usually, let's say it's 30 days average in a month this year because there's 366 days. My calculator, given. But I'm not mad at this so far. Oh, wait a minute, 8,500. So that's like 283 tokens a day, which I think is dope because that's like close to double, but not quite. And then you get up to 5 pending jobs, private generations, train 10 models per month. Well, what does that mean? Retain up to 10 models, priority infrastructure, no concurrency. Then if you do the $48 a month, you have just like unlimited. So that's you big balling when you get over there. So I'm not mad at it. Okay, and you can pay monthly. You get 20% off. So if I did $12 a month, which is the apprentice, it's pretty much the same thing. You're not getting that discount. And it looks like everything else is the same. Yeah, so you're saving $2. Here you're saving 2, here you're saving 6, and here you're saving 12. Okay, so let's go back and let's just take a look, and we'll start with where we started at. We started with something real simple. Oh, and hold on, let me click. If I change this to 1, how much is it going to take? Okay. Cartoon drawing. I don't, oh, as soon as I said cartoon, let me see. If I say anything, it's jumped into, okay, so we don't have time. So let's just go back and we see we started here, but like I said, compared to some of the other platforms that I have used, this one you actually can see and understand what the word says because it's supposed to say eat the cake, drink the wine, and fuck them people. So yes, it's still off a little bit, but the lettering makes a lot more sense when you're trying to make out what was it supposed to say. Then we have this, which was very realistic. I just don't like the way some of these apples are falling, but some of these I would actually use. And here I didn't put any emphasis on the color that I wanted the woman to be. I just put, I don't even think I put anything on there for makeup on this one. It wasn't until this one that I said makeup professionally done in fire engine red lipstick. I didn't put any preference on the hair, but I did put a preference on the skin tone on this one. And you notice all of them came out with natural hair. So it's kind of like the system understands if this is the skin tone, then this is probably the type of hair. And then here we switched the skin tone. No, we didn't switch the skin tone. We switched to add the champagne glass. And see right here, a woman of sienna skin with makeup professionally done with the cat eye and fire engine red lipstick. That was this one. On this one, we kept the same sienna skin tone that we already had. And then I said makeup professionally done with the cat eye and fire engine red lipstick. And then I added some stuff, which was, I think, holding a in the forest, looking at an African shea butter tree holding the champagne glass. And then when we got here, I changed the skin tone to chestnut. And then this is what was created. And this was supposed to be more of a cartoon. So to me, it doesn't really look cartoonish. So I would need to kind of play around with it a little bit to find out, okay, how can I get the cartoon look from over here? But I'm happy about it. So do you guys think you would try Leonardo? Because I am. I've been doing this probably a week now. I want to say I'm a good week into really starting to do the AI digital art, and it's really, at first I thought it was like a whole lot of different stuff to learn, but it's really using your imagination of what you want to see and understanding how to properly type the prompt into whatever platform you're using. Each platform is going to be different, but I like it. So thank you for joining the live. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for liking and sharing. And no matter what you do in life, remember to always keep manifesting. Thank you. Bye.